Hey, it's Lynette over at ClaimWizard. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about identifying your public adjusting company's purpose and what happens when you don't know your why. So, in public adjusting, the key to success often lies in more than just your technical expertise, right? Of an experience that you have getting on a roof, running Xactimate, scoping a claim, picking through a policy, those sorts of things. That's the technical aspect. That's the service that you offer. But as far as your company goes, you really need to have a clear sense of purpose and the idea of setting meaningful goals for your company. So why? Why are you in business? Without a strong why behind your business, you really drift around a bit and kind of chase the next thing or the shiny object or the next storm and really don't have a purpose behind what you're doing. So I want to talk a little bit about the power of purpose today. This is the driving force that really gets your public adjusting company direction and meaning and a reason for existence. Some people may say, I'm in it for the money, right? Like, yeah, we all want to be paid. But the purpose really answers the fundamental question of why do we do what we do, right? Why? Why are we in business? Why do we do what we do? Why are we public adjusters? Why don't we work for the carrier? Why don't we be a roofer? Why don't we be a general contractor? Why don't we be, anything else other than a public adjuster and a public adjusting company? So, like, what's your why and why do we do what we do? It really should become the guiding light of everything you do. One of the things that we say here at ClaimWizard, all roads lead to ClaimWizard, like everything that we do should have importance back to the company and our team and our clients. So why? From figuring out your why, it influences your operations, your decision making, your client relationships, type of clients you go after, the type of staff that you attract and hire. So here are some more reasons why identifying your why and your company's purpose is essential. Number one, motivation and inspiration. So having a clear purpose inspires both you and your team to work passionately and with dedication to reach your goals. It's a source of motivation during challenging times and really keeps everyone aligned in a common goal. Now, for example, our goal, our purpose is to provide a stable, streamlined, and benefit-rich software platform. That's why we do what we do, a ClaimWizard sort of thing. So the next is number two is strategic decision making, right? So if you know your why, you can either answer hell no or hell yes on everything. Does it fit in with your why? If you're doing this to, help indemnify a specific type of policyholder, like that is your why, and that's what you're going to go after. It helps you make strategic decisions within your company, right? It provides a framework for evaluating opportunities. Does it fit with my why or does it not? Does it meet what my goals are or not? Does it meet with my vision or not? Number three, attracting the right clients. A well-defined purpose can attract clients who share your values and beliefs. And you think that this doesn't matter, but it does. It matters very much. Those clients that share your values and beliefs and want to get to the same common goal that you do, a bit on opposite sides, are really going to become long-term partners, give you a stronger client base, and they're also going to be the referral purple cows, the book from Seth Godin that's probably 20 years old at this point, the people that talk about you when no one is looking sort of thing. So you definitely want to attract the right clients with knowing your why about why you do things. Honestly, I've heard some whys about, public adjusters that have come from the carrier side or the IA side, and they're like, we want to screw over the insurance companies and make them do what's right. Well, that's going to drive one why, but then another, and it's perfectly valid. Your why is your why. Another why might be, indemnifying, people with, lower value homes or whatever the deal is that you want to do. Like when you can agree on your why, it helps you attract the right kind of clients. The next is employee engagement. When everybody understands how to read the map, you all go in the right direction, right? Maybe you're not going at the same speed, but you're all heading in the right direction. So employees and your staff are more engaged and more satisfied when they understand and resonate with your company's purpose. Do they understand it? If you ask them, are they going to be able to recite it to you. If you print a bunch of posters and put them all over the office, do they understand what it means? Do they understand what it means to live that why and those values and those goals? And then one of the last things is brand reputation. If you are a purpose-driven public adjusting company who has a positive reputation in the industry, that those two things set you apart in the industry. It can lead to increased trust from clients and prospects. Understanding your why and baking it into everything that you say and do and market and talk about is very, very important. So what happens when you don't know your why? You have a lack of direction, right? You don't have a clear purpose. What are you working for? Are you putting resources in the wrong way? Are you chasing the wrong kind of clients? Are you hiring the wrong type of people? That sort of thing. Number two is inconsistent decision making, right? So you see, these are kind of opposite a little bit of what we were talking about. So decisions may become inconsistent and there's no overarching framework to guide your choices, right? So sometimes we take this kind of building structure, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we'll do one thing and the next time, if given the same choice, we'll pick a different choice. So you really need to use your why as your North Star to guide you where you need to go. The third is difficulty in motivating your team members. If they don't know what they're working for and they're not all on the same goal and the same team, they're not going to understand the purpose behind their work. Think of your team like a sports team. You would not put a bunch of footballers out on if they didn't know that the goal is to move the ball down the field over the goal line, or through the Lynette's not a sports ball person, through the the end goal, the kicker thing, right? Oh my gosh, I have to go learn sports now. If one of them thinks the goal is to get the ball for themselves, and the other one thinks that all they're supposed to do is kick the ball, like, you don't have a sports team like that. They all have to be on the same goal. That's enough sports ball for Lynette. And then missed opportunities. So if you don't know your why, you can't set your goals, and that means missed opportunities for growth and improvement. So definitely something to take into consideration. And the last one is stagnation. So a lack of purpose and goals about why you're doing what you're doing really leads you to getting to stalling, to being stagnant, and it hinders your growth for your company. It hinders your ability to service policyholders, and it hinders your ability to employ and lead your team. So public adjusting businesses are not just about public adjusting. And this is one of the hardest things that I think a lot of folks have to keep in mind. Are you working on the business or working in the business? In the business is when your head's down, adjusting, running, estimates, on the phone with carriers, stuff like that. On the business is all of these sorts of things that we're talking about. What are your visions? What are your goals? What are you doing to better everyone that you work with? Once you figure out your why, it helps you figure out what your true north is.